Boys and girls, welcome back to Kate's Kindergarten. My name is Teacher Kate, and I'm so happy you've joined me for our another letter of the day. Today, our letter of the day is the letter H. We write the letter H the same way every time, right? So we start at the top, and we go down, and start at the top again, and we come over, and then we go back left to right and connect our H. H says ha, 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 ha. And H starts words like hand and hippo. And today we're going to read some books about hands and hippos. And our first book is called George and Martha by James Marshall. I love to see the adventures that they get up to. Martha was very fond of split pea soup. Sometimes she made it all day long, pots and pots of split pea soup. Wow, she's really making a lot of soup. Soup's on her. The sign says soup's on. If there was one thing that George was not fond of, it was split pea soup. As a matter of fact, George hated split pea soup more than anything else in the world, but it was so hard to tell Martha. One day, after George had eaten 10 bowls of Martha's soup, he said to himself, "I just can't stand it anymore. I cannot eat another spoonful." So when Martha was out in the kitchen, George carefully poured the rest of his soup into his loafers under the table. "Now she will think I've eaten it." Uh-oh, look at this. Can you believe this? He's pouring the split pea soup into his loafers. But guess what? Martha the hippo was watching from the kitchen. Oh my goodness. "How do you expect to walk home with your loafers full of split pea soup?" she asked George. "Oh dear," said George. "You saw me? And why didn't you just tell me that you hate my split pea soup?" said Martha. "I didn't want to hurt your feelings," said George. So that was kind of him. He didn't want to hurt her feelings. "That's silly," said Martha. "Friends should always tell each other the truth." That's a very good lesson, boys and girls. As a matter of fact, I don't like split pea soup very much myself. I only like to make it. From now on, you'll never eat another awful soup again. "What a relief," said George. "Would you like some chocolate chip cookies instead?" asked Martha. "Oh, that would be lovely," said George. "Then you shall have them," said his friend. So, looks like they're having some nice chocolate chip cookies and a cup of tea together. The next story is called The Flying Machine. And I just want to say the lesson from the first story is remember to always tell the truth to your friends. I really do think that Martha was right. The next story is The Flying Machine. "I'm going to be the first of my species to fly," said George, because he's a hippo. "Then why aren't you flying?" asked Martha. "It seems to me that you're still on the ground." You are right," said George. "I don't have to be going anywhere at all. I don't seem to be going anywhere at all. Maybe the basket is too heavy," said Martha. "Yes," said George. "I do think you're right again. Maybe if I climb out, the basket will get lighter." Oh no, boys and girls, what do you think might happen if he gets out? Oh my goodness. Oh dear. "Oh dear," said George. "Now what have I done? There goes my flying machine." What is his flying machine really called, boys and girls? It's a hot air balloon, isn't it? "That's all right," said Martha. "I would rather have you down here with me." So Martha was happy that he didn't float away. The next story is called The Tub. George was fond of peeking in windows. Now that's not very polite, George. One day he peeked in on Martha, but he never did that again. We're friends, said Martha, but there is such a thing as privacy. Story number 4, The Mirror. How I love to look at myself in the mirror, said Martha. Every chance she got, Martha looked at herself in the mirror. That's being something called vain, boys and girls. It's a bit vain to always be looking, oh, I just love the way I look. Maybe Martha needs to be doing something else with her time. Sometimes Martha even woke up in the night to look at herself. This is fun, she giggled. Sounds to me like Martha needs to be doing something more productive. She should be sleeping. But George was getting tired of Martha looking at herself in the mirror. One day, George pasted a silly picture he had drawn of Martha on the mirror. What a scare it gave Martha! Look, George put that picture on the mirror. Oh dear, she cried, what has happened to me? That's what happens when you look at yourself too much in the mirror, said George. Then I won't do it ever again, said Martha, and she didn't. And the last story, boys and girls, is called The Tooth. One day when George was skating to Martha's house, he tripped and fell. Ooh, ouch. He broke his right front tooth, his favorite tooth, too. Can I see you point to your right front tooth, boys and girls? Ugh. When he got to Martha's, George cried his eyes out. Oh, dear me, he cried. I look so funny without my favorite tooth. There, said Martha. She's a good friend consoling him. The next day, George went to the dentist. The dentist replaced his missing tooth with a lovely gold one. Do you see the gold tooth, boys and girls? When Martha saw George's lovely golden tooth, she was very happy. George, she exclaimed, you look so you look so handsome and distinguished with your new tooth. And George was happy too. That's what friends are for, he said. They always look on the bright side and they always know how to cheer you up. But they also know to tell the truth, said Martha with a smile. I love George and Martha's friendship because they learn some lessons together and they grow up together. And that is what a nice friend is for. They always look on the bright side. So boys and girls, be sure that you always look on the bright side of things too. And always look around. If there's someone who needs to be cheered up, give them a reason to smile. And that's the story, George and Martha by James Marshall. 2 hippos. Ha, ha, ha. With our letter of the day, right, boys and girls? Our second story is called Hand, Hand, Fingers, and Thumb. Can you do that with me? Hand, Hand, Fingers, and Thumb. Hand, Hand, Fingers, Thumb by Al Perkins. Here's the monkey. Hand, hand, fingers, thumb. One thumb, drumming on a drum. One hand, two hands, drumming on a drum. Dum diddy, dum diddy, dum diddy, dum. Rings, rings on fingers, rings on thumb. Dum diddy, dum diddy, dum diddy, drum. He's having a really good time, isn't he? Monkeys drum and monkeys hum. Hum drum, hum drum, hum drum, hum. Hand starts with H. Hand picks an apple, hand picks a plum. Dum diddy, dum diddy, dum diddy, drum. Monkeys come and monkeys go. Hands with handkerchiefs, blow, blow, blow. Hello, Jack. They're waving with their hands. Hello, Jake. Shake hands, shake hands, shake, shake, shake. It's always important when you meet someone new, boys and girls, you shake their hands and you look them in the eye and you say, nice to meet you. Goodbye, Jake. Bye-bye, Jack. Dum diddy, whack, whack, whack. Hands play banjos, strum, strum, strum. Hands play fiddles, zum, zum, zum. Dum diddy, dum, dum, dum. Hand in hand, more monkeys come. Oh my goodness, there's a whole team of monkeys coming. Many more fingers, many more thumbs. Many more monkeys, many more drums. Wow, let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's one guy back there, that's 20. Millions of fingers, millions of thumbs. Millions of monkeys drumming on drums. Oh my goodness, these are all monkeys back here. That's a lot of monkeys. Dum diddy, dum dum dum. Hand, hand, fingers and thumb. And that's the story. Hand, hand, fingers and thumb by Al Perkins. Thank you for joining me, boys and girls. Remember to be kind, be friendly, and be helpful in everything you do. And I can't wait to see you back here next time at Kate's Kindergarten. I'm Teacher Kate, and I love you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.